School shooting at Butler High in Matthews was the hardest day of my professional life. We collectively failed the student that picked up the gun, and we lost a student. The pastor at the vigil said, "We will tell a story as a school, as a community, as a city that will inspire people to believe in greater." These toughest of issues beg the toughest of questions. What is our story, North Carolina? What is our greater? What is our greater on the issues of today? What is our greater on the issues of tomorrow, like your one day? We believe in forming and connecting North Carolina will lead to a greater North Carolina. The most information-rich state in the nation, Ed&C provides our state with news, research, information, and analysis daily. We tell stories about our students, our state, our future. My name is Megan, and I grew up about 4 blocks from here. I'm a public school kid. My dad built this building. It's designed to look just like my cockeyed set of books because I love learning. I love my state, all of it, all of the faces, all the places. But that's complicated. President Trump won 76 of the 100 counties, 23 by 70+% of the vote. My job is to keep people talking across all the lines of difference: race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, rich and poor, old and young, urban and rural, conservative and liberal, Tar Heels and not from here's. This is a hot mess. This is the governor, governor's education cabinet, UNC president, board of governors, 17 campuses, president, state board of community colleges, 58 community colleges, each with their own president, trustees. This is K-12, superintendent of public instruction, department of public instruction, chair of the state board of education, 115 school boards, 115 school districts, 115 superintendents. You get the picture. Who's in charge? You tell me. In states where leaps and bounds are being made, leaders have found ways to work across difference. It's a simple litmus test, Jeremy Anderson says. He's with Education Commission of the States. Can people who can move policy meet for coffee? As I travel, I notice whether people are meeting for coffee. Not so much, y'all, especially if it involves people who don't think or look like us. Do not allow division to be normalized. We got to build relationships across difference to turn the complicated and the complex into the possible and the hopeful. This is Miracle. Only in North Carolina will we have a student named Miracle. TFA alum Jenny O'Meara walked us around her neighborhood, Mobile City, this summer. Talked about why kids don't go to school, what they like, don't like, literacy, why relationships matter. Miracle says kids don't go to school because they don't like to use their brains, they get picked on, it's boring, and it's a lot of work. It's a real list that begs a different set of interventions than most research would show up. Under the leadership of Don L. Cannon, also a TFA alum, there's a micro school of 30 8th and 9th graders in North Carolina designing their own education for the first time. It is possible and probable and that students can and should and will lead the way in helping us think about what school should look like now and in the future. That's Jason Terrell, another TFA alum. He leads Profound Gentlemen, an organization that supports male educators of color socially and professionally. These teachers serve as mirrors for success for the young men they teach. This is my feature in C. I want you to know about it. North Carolina is just one of 5 states without an attainment goal. We're going to have one in 2019. We held listening sessions across North Carolina this year. Check it out, myfutureinc.org. We'll be rolling that report out in early 2019. As part of the My Future NC process, Anita Brown-Graham of NC Impact identified bright spots to educate and train residents all across North Carolina. You can find the reports and the videos on our site at ednc.org. Take a look, spread the word. Leandra is the lawsuit that defines our constitutional right to a sound basic education. The lawsuit has a new judge. An external consultant, WestEd, is studying what it would actually take to provide a sound basic education in North Carolina. They'll make recommendations to the court, and the governor's appointed a commission to take up the findings. Leslie Boney at IAI is holding a series of convenings across the state I want you to be part of called Reconnect NC. The next one's on February 11th, and I hope you'll sign up. They're going to try to build across people, place, and prosperity a greater North Carolina. The 2020 elections matter. I want you to remember the 4 M's. The party that wins the majority will draw the maps, build momentum, raise the money. 2020, we're going to bring philanthropists and policymakers together for coffee, or maybe it'll be martinis. Issues are too big for one organization, one leader. I need all of you. Join our architecture of participation. Engage. You all